What's up, Instagram? My name is Mark Andrade. I'm checking in for the first time. I'm a little sick, so I'm going to try to do this video as best as I can. The reason I started this Instagram was not necessarily to get a bunch of followers. No, there was a bigger, greater purpose to this. The purpose to this project is to learn how to become more efficient and more effective at communicating. I got 2 kids. I got a 12-year-old daughter. My son's about to be 9 years old. And I want to be able to provide for them what I didn't have growing up. And I'm not just talking materialistic. I'm talking about that mindset training that I wish somebody would have taught me at a young age, man. We grew up in 2 different times, my kids and I. I grew up in the 90s, man, where there wasn't so much influence from technology. You know, it was every summer, even every day after school, we were out riding bikes, playing sports in the neighborhood, climbing up trees, doing all kinds of crazy stuff, man. If we didn't put our life in danger at least once a day, we weren't living life growing up. That's how it was for us. And nowadays, if you notice, all kids are on technology, and it's kind of hard when even us as adults, we're always on technology too, man. We're surrounded by technology, and the reason for that is we seek pleasure all the time. So we as natural human beings, we're always looking for our purpose, and those who don't know how to find it will look for purpose in pleasure. So we're gonna do things backwards is what I'm trying to say, and that is the reason why I'm here. I'm here to learn how not to do that for myself and for my kids, because I don't want my kids to grow up later on in years complaining about something like I wasn't in their lives, or I didn't direct them in the right direction. I want to be able to not just provide, like I said, financially, provide and protect, but I also want to give them that mentality that they will need to grow up and become successful individuals as they grow up. It's not easy. It's hard. It's challenging, especially in today's world where, like I said, all this technology, we're living in an information era. Anything and everything that we are looking for is just a couple clicks away. We could literally find everything online, and almost every person nowadays has a phone, which isn't necessarily a good thing. That means we're becoming more dependent on technology, and we're becoming less self-efficient. We no longer wake up on our own. Now we need an alarm clock. We have like 10 different alarms. We press snooze on all of them. Nowadays, we don't need to know how to do the times tables because we have a calculator on our phone. We need to know what 9 times 9 is. We just punch it into the phone, the calculator, and we have an answer. There's no need to fucking dig down inside of our heads to get the answer or use the formula that is gonna help us acquire that answer. So my mission here with this channel, with this Instagram, because it's gonna be a combination of both, is to hold myself accountable for my mistakes, because I have 2 kids that I gotta lead, and if I don't lead them the right way, then who will? If I don't educate them in the correct manner, in the right path, lead them in the right direction, who will, man? Nobody else is gonna do it. I'm a single father, by the way, and it's been hard. That's another story, but just so you kind of get an idea of how big of a challenge it is for me. You know, the mom, I'm not gonna get into too much detail, but she's trying now. She's trying. It's just the area of work where she's at makes it really hard for her to find the time. So I don't blame her. That's cool. I don't need anybody. I don't need help. That's fine. As far as raising my kids, I'm gonna try my best to do what I can to what's to my advantage, to my power, to my reach. I'm gonna do my best as a father, and that's the reason I got to become more efficient myself at improving myself, elevating myself, so I could not be a theorist and just try to tell them of a theory I have in my head that if you live your life a certain way, you might be able to acquire certain whatever results. Instead, I'm going to try to acquire the results, to become the person myself first, pretty much personify the teaching so that they can look up to me and want to pursue the same direction as me to get the same results. That's my ultimate goal. That's the reason why I made this channel here and this Instagram. If I could upload this long of a video on Instagram, I'll do it. But if not, most likely it's going on YouTube. I'll try to combine both accounts somehow, some way. Like I said, I'm not too good with technology, but this is kind of an introduction just so you guys get the hang of what I'm doing. I'm not here for the follows and the likes. As a matter of fact, this to me is just kind of practice. If I'm able to put the shame or whatever, the embarrassment of, oh, what are people gonna think, what are people gonna say, aside, and just do it and not be afraid of who's on the other side of the camera, because probably nobody's watching this anyways to begin with. I'm just delusional at this point, at the beginning. But at least I'm learning how to speak more efficiently towards myself. Get that practice that I've been looking for, so that then I can direct this same newfound wisdom and information to my kids. They're athletes. My daughter's been in karate since she was 4. She got her black belt in Kempo Karate at age 10. I think she was 9 actually when she got her black belt. That was something nobody had ever seen in that studio, but nobody gave her recognition. I felt like my daughter was a little bit undervalued. It's a great place. I'm trying to get her to go back, but you know what? She just felt unappreciated. So she took off. She took a break. She started playing soccer. She's always played soccer. She loves the sport. Right now she's in spring select. Her team made it to nationals. So I'm proud of her. And you know, she plays volleyball too. On certain weekends, she'll play both a soccer tournament and a volleyball tournament. There was a time where she played an all-day soccer tournament, and then she jumped in the car. The mom took her, drove her out to Arizona. I couldn't make it that time, and she had it was the other way around. It was a volleyball tournament on Saturday. Took off, still got to Arizona for the last game, and was able to play a last game. I heard she went in there and saved the team. They won 3-2. They spent the night. They woke up the next day and had another tournament all day, man. I'm so proud of her. And my son too. My son was in karate too. It wasn't really his sport. He had a little difficult time focusing and concentrating on it. So we tried other sports. You know, he got into soccer. He really loved it. He thought he had found his sport. He was so set on that was going to be his official sport. But then he tried basketball, and then he said the same thing about basketball. And he was really good at it. I mean, it was his first year, right? Then after basketball season, right now he's playing baseball. We had a game yesterday. They tied. So now he says baseball is his favorite sport. So I can't be anything less of what I expect from them. And if I want them to step their game up, I have to step my game up times 10. I can't be slacking. I can't be kicking back. I can't be relaxing. I can't do any of that. I have to lead by example. It doesn't matter how old I am. It doesn't matter if I'm 35. Sometimes I don't feel 35. I can't allow myself to feel 35, because if I do, I'll sit down and relax and start believing in my head that I deserve to be sitting down being a lazy, fat ass mofo, and I don't want to do that, because then they're gonna see it and they're gonna do it, and they're too young to do that. Life is beautiful, man. We gotta go out and live life to the fullest, and I want my kids to live a healthy life, especially in these times that we're living, man. Times nowadays are wicked, and we have to take care of our kids, and we have to be responsible parents, whether we are alone or with somebody else. We have to step our game up, and we have to be responsible and man up. Don't matter the situation. It don't matter where you're at in life, your financial situation, anything. None of that matters. If you have kids, you have responsibilities. And you cannot, under any circumstances, back down. So make this mission of yours, whether you don't have kids, you have a dog, or you have a little brother, nieces and nephews, you have a significant other or not, you have to improve yourself for them. Don't do it for you, do it for them, because And serving others is where you're going to find your purpose. And when you find your purpose and you find a way to work more efficiently, you have leveled yourself up without realizing. And the blessings that are meant to come in your life will come before you even notice. You'll be blessed up at the top, living it up, elevating and vibing high. And remember, your vibe attracts your tribe. So let's do this, man. This message is for everybody. Let's get it.